All right, happy Sunday night, everybody. Hope everybody has had a great weekend. We got a lot of good stuff to talk about with Texas Tech baseball. And rough day for basketball yesterday. We covered all that with Round Ball Rewind. If you missed it, go to theraiderland.com. All right, you guys know what to do. We'll let a few folks get in, and the early arrivals, it's real simple. You let us know the audio is good, the video is good, give us thumbs up. And then after that, it's real easy too. You just start sharing it with folks. Let people know we're talking Texas Tech baseball here on Diamond Talk, the inaugural Diamond Talk for 2024, presented by Thacker Jewelry in Lubbock, Texas. Your love story begins at Thacker Jewelry right here. Great supporters of Texas Tech, West Texas athletics as well. And we're proud to have them back for the second year as the presenting sponsor here of Diamond Talk. After most Texas Tech games, not every single game, but most Texas Tech games, big series, and everything else, will be coming to you and recapping the weekend, recapping some of the big moments and getting your thoughts. And that's exactly what we're going to do tonight with you. Look back over what Texas Tech did in Arlington over the last 3 days. So let's get it rolling, shall we? In three, in two. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, theraiderland.com. You start your day with us there every day, including today, where we have 5 things we know on a Sunday. If you haven't checked out the column, go do it at theraiderland.com. Everything we do archived there. We'll be back with you in the morning. It'll be time to hand out some Raiderland helmet stickers. So get ready to start the day with us, including those now semi-legendary Raiderland hot links. Every morning we post cool stuff that we found over the internet the last 24 hours. We hope you enjoy it. If you do, you can even add your own in the comment section. We're coming to you from the Arctic Air Studios tonight. Maybe this week in your air was too Arctic. We still got some cold weather before we hit spring. And then you know what happens in the spring. It's back to the AC, and it's heat, AC. Well, they can take care of you at Arctic Air. You need to call the bear. Callthebear.com. Keep it on your phone. I hope you never need them in an emergency, but if you do, they're going to take care of you. All right, we thank Thacker Jewelry for being the presenting sponsor. Again, guys, if you're a watch hound, Citizens Watches, they're at Thacker Jewelry, waiting for you. Treat yourself sometime. Okay, let's get it going. You can fire away your questions and comments today. For our Facebook live watchers, just type in normal. You can hit us on YouTube and on Twitter. Just type in your comments there, and we'll be sure and visit with you guys and get what you're thinking tonight. We'll go over the stuff we liked. There wasn't really much stuff we didn't like. Pretty much everything we liked. Get your thoughts on the 2-1 weekend, losing to Tennessee on Friday, 6-2. Good baseball game. I hate to say closer than the final score indicated, but a good baseball game. And then beating Nebraska yesterday, 6-3, 11-7 today on Getaway Day, and it was pretty much like what you might expect from a third game, 3 days early season. Both teams got into the bullpen. Both bullpens had to come up with some big moments. Texas Tech had a few more bigger moments at the plate and bigger moments on the mound. All in all, I got to say, a very productive weekend for Texas Tech. To go 2-1, you're only lost to a really good Tennessee team, and they will be very good. And boy, and their Friday starter, he was in the pen last year, and he is coming into the starting role, and he was as advertised on Friday night. Let's see what did his final line look like there for AJ Russell. 4-1. He had 10 strikeouts in 4 1/3 inning, giving up the 2 earned runs. They finally got to him after 73 total pitches, but you felt like, man, he was lights out. Tennessee did get beat by Oklahoma. Oklahoma had a nice weekend. We'll get to that as we go through. But yeah, you get the win yesterday in fairly easy fashion, 6-3. The bullpen again showing up nicely, solid starting pitching. And then today you get Jack Washburn on the hill. He comes back after missing last year, an Ole Miss transfer, and he gives you everything that you really would want to see, I think, for a Sunday starter, for a third starter, and particularly early in the season, to be able to go 4 innings today. He ends up, when it's all said and done, going 4 innings complete, 3 runs. They were earned, 6 strikeouts, no walks. And that was another thing I really liked about Texas Tech pitching this weekend. They challenged the strike zone. They weren't afraid to pitch to contact. Not a lot of walks. You had guys making multiple appearances. We see Sanders go multiple appearances. He gets the win today. Another name that I think we're going to like seeing coming in from ACU is Max Huffling. He gets the save this afternoon and goes 3 innings and doing it with 7 strikeouts and no walks. Just 3 walks today by Texas Tech pitching. On Saturday, let's see, a few more walks on Saturday, and pretty much that was Zane Petty with well, he had a lot of walks. He had 8 walks before you could get him out of there. But he was the only guy that really struggled with command, and that surprised me with him only going 2 innings on Saturday for the Red Raiders, that he was a guy last year that I really wanted to see in the starting rotation more and see more of him. And I think he'll get it sorted out. He has tremendous stuff. He just, for whatever reason, couldn't locate. So, good productive weekend. You go 2-1 on the weekend. Other things that we take away from this weekend: TJ Pompey, as advertised. Your freshman shortstop has it locked down. The dude can flat out fly. He leads you in hitting, I believe, this weekend. Let's see. Yeah, on the weekend, Pompey goes 5 for 11. Yeah, that's pretty good. And like we said, he can fly. He can cover a lot of ground. He's so good. He moves. He moves over to second base. One of the better shortstops in the Big 12 from a year ago, and Tracer Lopez. Lopez homers today. That's going to be a lethal middle infield combination, I believe. So that was a great thing to see at the plate. The only negative really this weekend, and it's too early to jump ship on anybody, but they had McGee backing up Cash, and Cash struggled this weekend. Got him a couple of walks, I think, and that was about it. It looked like he was pressing. And Texas Tech's going to have somebody backing up Cash, protecting him in the lineup. And McGee he couldn't find it. 0 for 10, did score a run. He got a walk, 5 strikeouts. So your 4 or 5 guys, you go 2-1, and they really didn't do anything for you. So early on, we go, well, that's a plus, right? That's good. We like this. This is a good thing. Is this Tadlock's youngest team? No, it's really not a young team when you look up and down the lineup. So it's not by far anything that I would consider a young baseball team there, John. So, but yeah, Pompey is advertised. Damian Bravo, nice little weekend, going 3 for 10. He got on base. He scored runs. He had a couple of walks, made some good contact, had some good meaningful at bats. We watched Kevin Bizzell go behind the plate. Looks incredibly confident there. He'll get the bat going. Not worried about him. And then Austin Green, a 4 for 8 weekend, hitting in the 3-hole. You like what he's showing you. Gets a home run today. What do you have? 2 RBI? Yeah, 2 RBI when it was all said and done. And then Gage Charleston, he got a day off. He came back today. We saw Will Burns get into the lineup a couple of times this weekend, going 2 for 6. I like the way this lineup goes: lefty, left, right, left, right, left, right. Tadlock likes doing that. He was able to make that happen with his order this weekend. So again, I say just amazingly productive to go 2-1 and feel really good about this. After that, who else did we like? We talked about Jack Washburn. We talked about Owen Washburn, and then Jack Washburn getting the start today on the mound. We like that. Bravo, we like. Huffling is going to be interesting to see. So many arms to look at that I think one of the good things, let me go back to, today. Let's see, what am I looking at? I'm looking at yesterday. So yesterday, after Petty couldn't get going, Huer came in, went 6 2/3 with 4 strikeouts, gave up two runs. They were both earned, and 10 hits, but he moved them around. He scattered them around. Ryan Free gave you 5 innings worth of action over the weekend. And then Huerta, Hutera, I'm going to say Huerta, and it's Hutera, 2 innings worth of work when it was all said and done on that. And then, got to go back. Visitor stats, Tennessee game. And come on now. Help me out there. Thank you. Real time. Yeah, what'd you do? You went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys pitching Friday night. And Robinson gets the loss. We hadn't talked about Kyle Robinson. I have no doubt that he is going to be a solid frontline pitcher for Texas Tech. He made too many pitches. He had about a 10-pitch second inning back on Friday night. I thought this is going to allow him to stay around. He ends up throwing 83 pitches, and it wasn't like he was walking everybody. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, just had some deep counts. He scattered around 4 hits. It's just Tennessee's just good enough that they're going to make you pay for that when you get done with the weekend. So, not bad all in all. You can tell us what you liked. We'll go a few more minutes. I know it's late on a Sunday night. We appreciate everybody jumping in. Probably a lot of folks are going to check out the replay of this. 2 games coming up midweek for Texas Tech. You've got UTA and then you've got Oregon State again back at Globe Life Field. So, hang around there, come home. Texas Southern will start the weekend for you. Not again, not the toughest of home openers, nor should it be because you've really stepped it up. Will TJ move up in the lineup or keep it in the 9-hole? James, I think right now they really like that double leadoff aspect. If he shows that he can have not just contact but power, it does make me wonder if you move him up in the 5 spot. Is he a potential candidate to back up Gavin Cash? If it's not going to be McGee, then this is the thing over the next not few games, but weeks. Let's keep this in mind, people. Weeks that this stuff will sort itself out. I'm not giving up on McGee whatsoever. They saw enough of him to feel like putting him there. Do you want to keep the pressure on Pompey? Pompey, kitchen door. Anybody know the movie? Maybe you keep him down there and say, hey, you're fine down here. We'll let you adjust. But nothing is permanent in a Tim Tadlock lineup, as you guys have learned over the years. Nothing, is set in stone. He does not come in with presupposed ideas on these guys will do this, and by gosh, we're going to make them do it come hell or high water. No. He will change. He will do things that are necessary with the lineup for it to work. But I'm with you. I like the speed at the bottom of the lineup. I like that aspect of it. And good Lord, he is fast. Oh man, I just blanked out. Who was the cat out of Amarillo High a few years ago who could run like Hayes and hit like Mays, but he didn't hit like Mays. Matt. Golly, I can't think of his name. Good kid, good Amarillo High kid. Okay, this every bit the speed he had, maybe more, and obviously can hit. So a lethal middle infield lineup. Looking around the Big 12, you guys keep firing your questions, comments in. We'll discuss baseball with you guys tonight. Just happy to be back talking about this on Diamond Talk, presented by Thacker Jewelry here in the Arctic Air Studios. Oklahoma beat Nebraska 7-6. I remember when Nebraska was a good baseball program. Boy, they have fallen on hard times. OU goes 2-1. They got a win yesterday against Tennessee in Beam, their number 1 pitcher. Houston is 3-0 on the year, 7-0 against Binghamton. They sweep that series. K-State won today 7-6. TCU scoring a lot of runs this weekend, but also trailing Florida Gulf Coast a couple of times, 11-6. Oklahoma State took out some frustration against Sam Houston State after getting beat the first 2 games down there at Don Sanders Stadium in beautiful Huntsville, Texas. 19-2 the final today. Goodness gracious, man. Mike Gundy was in a hell of a mood today. Texas takes 2 of 3 from University of San Diego and Austin. They won 9-4. Kansas beat Illinois Chicago down in Corpus Christi 8-2. And then they're underway in Arlington. It's Baylor and Tennessee scoreless. UCF didn't get any games in, I don't think, this weekend as they were rained out. And then down in Jacksonville, Cincinnati-Jacksonville, same thing. Reason the Daytona 500 was rained out as well. So let's update our Big 12 standing as we look at it. And Houston at top 3-0 along with TCU. UCF did get 1 game in. I apologize, 1-0. Kansas State going 2-1 on the weekend. OU 2-1. Texas 2-1. BYU 1-1. Tech 2-1. They hadn't updated that. West Virginia 1-1. And then Kansas 1-2. Oklahoma State 1-2. Baylor 0-2. Cincinnati 0-2. So there's quick look around the Big 12 on some of those standings. Do you think Tadlock changes lineups to force the opponents to change rotation throughout the year? It won't be so much rotation. What the left-right does is it takes away the ability, if you want to make a pitching change in relief and you want to burn a lefty, maybe your top lefty, then you're going to have to leave him in, and he's going to face a lefty. That it takes away a little bit of that. Then there's also just, I call it lineup confusion, that a pitcher has to go, okay, I can't settle in with my approach, and I know I'm going to get 3 right-handers in a row, and I'm going to work that mindset that he's got to work the right, and then he's going to come right back after working the right-hander, and he's got to do whatever is uncomfortable with him to the lefty, or vice versa, depending on a left-handed hitter. It also, I think, takes away a little bit of a team, and maybe this is what you're getting at, James, that you don't just go, hey, let's throw lefties against Texas Tech. Let's kill them with left-handers. I don't have the breakdown, I don't think. Let me go to comparison real quick on some of these games and see what versus left-handed pitching. Texas Tech was 6 of 14 today. Let's go to yesterday and comparison stats versus left-handed pitching against Nebraska. Texas Tech was 7 of 13. You're getting the idea. And comparison against Tennessee. Texas Tech against the left-handers against Tennessee, 2 of 18, and a lot of that early on, so gives you an idea. But 2 of the 3 games, you hit extremely well against the left-handers, which is part and parcel what this lineup is designed to do, to take that advantage away from a team trying to stack up a little bit against your offensive lineup. Did we mention Damian Bravo, the guy who did a little bit of everything last year? Yeah, switch hitter, but again, yeah, and you got the switch hitter with Green there sitting in the 2-hole, which, whatever we need to do, we're flexible on that. And you felt like today you were going to need a few when it was 6-3 or whatever. I think that's when I tweeted out 6 doesn't feel like it's going to be enough today, and sure enough. But what was it? 3 errors today by Texas Tech. Defense was pretty good all weekend. Going back to my thoughts, though, that this was a typical early season game 3 in 3 days. And for you to be able to go, okay, we're going to have to score some runs. They scored some runs. They put 11 up. Like, that's a real positive thing to take away from a mindset. You have to have that mindset. And you were playing in a park today that, has played pretty big for the college teams over the last couple of years. You typically don't see a ton of runs. It is a pitcher's ballpark. The ball does not carry all that well at Globe Life in its young history. So I like what we saw to that. Yeah, we mentioned Bravo. I think he's going to give you some big moments this year. We went through most of the pitching, I think, that we needed to get to. I was just glad they got guys out there that the situations arose that you had the opportunity to use them. Jared wants to know, for those who didn't pay, couldn't make it, one of your sponsors to watch the game, did Tech pass the eye test for the weekend? Not sure what that means, but if you're talking about just physicality, this team has it. It's early on, I'm not going to draw too many, whatever, but do they look athletic? Yeah, they look really athletic. If that's what you mean. And that's something that the Tim Tadlock teams, once he got established in recruiting and everything else, he likes to bring in full-grown men. And he's got some full-grown men on this team, including a guy who could probably, I don't know, do we get Max Huffling out there and help out the Texas Tech basketball team if Warren Washington can't go? He is a tall drink of water. Goodness gracious. All right, a few more minutes left with you tonight. We appreciate you jumping in. Glad to talk baseball again, finally, on Diamond Talk presented by Thacker Jewelry. Playing Tennessee for a series. Does Tech win 1 or 2? I don't know. It'd be a good series. I'd like to see that later on. We saw Oklahoma take yesterday's game from them against the guy who had been their projected, who is their projected number 1 starter in Beam. So, I think, all right, I like to see that. It's just so hard to sit there on day one, game one, and go, okay, you get beat 6-2. Are you 4 runs worse than them? Probably not. I don't know if they take 1 or 2. I think it'd be a good series. I think they're evenly matched, and that's the preseason number 9 team in the country, and you were preseason number 21. So I feel like, okay, 6-2. You come back the next day, beat them 6-2, and then what do you do? What do you do the next one? We'll watch tonight with Baylor in Tennessee, as that one is just underway. We'll see what Baylor does tonight. See if Tennessee stretches out. Does he pass the eye? He passes every test you want to see. What? Anything, everything. There's a reason why he was a top 100 national player. He is. Let me put it this way: when Josh Young got to Tech, Jace, every bit in that category of arrivals, and I don't think Tim Tadlock thought until they got him that they were going to get him. I mean, this is one of those things you're really lucky to have him, and be grateful that the Major League Draft setup is such as it is that you've got him for 3 seasons, because he's got a chance to do some really, really awesome stuff. And am I pumping him up a whole lot? Yeah, because I think he's that talented. Will it translate? Doesn't always translate. But he just walked into his first college series, hit what, 444 or whatever it was this weekend. Okay. There's an eye test. He passed it. He gets a helmet sticker. We'll do that tomorrow. So get ready for the helmet sticker Monday. Get ready to join us on the website, theraiderland.com. If you didn't check out our column today, please go do it. 5 things we know on a Sunday. Go back one more time. I always feel like there's something I'm missing, and we went through the comparison stats today in this game. Runners in scoring position, you were 7 of 15 today. You capitalized. They were 6 of 20. You win that battle. Runners on third, less than 2 outs. 3 for 3. They were 1 for 4. Huge in that front. You converted today. 5 of 13 with 2 outs. That was good. You had a tough time getting them out with 2 outs. They were 8 of 17, but couldn't make it capitalize on that. Your strike percentage today. Strike percentage, 69.1. 69.1% strike percentage. That's what Texas Tech pitchers were doing. Do I have tickets for Friday? I got my media pass. Wife and I are having a date for the home opener. First home opener you've ever attended. Looks like the weather's going to be pretty good, I think. So that'll be good. The Nebraska game, runners in scoring position, they were 1 of 12. You were 3 of 10, just enough to get it done. You converted on runners on third, less than 2 outs, 2 of 4 opportunities. Your advancement opportunities, 11 of 21, was pretty good. Your strike percentage was 66.7%, not bad. And then Tennessee, not a lot of offense either team in that one. Your metrics on that, runners in scoring position, 2 of 5, they were 1 of 6. Where they really hurt you Friday night was leadoff. They were 5 of 9, you were 1 of 9. And then runners on third, less than 2 outs, you only had 1 opportunity. You didn't do anything with that. Didn't have the bases loaded, anything else. So the Tennessee game, not a ton of stuff to look at on some of the deeper metrics. We'll look for you Friday afternoon out there. Jared, we'll look for you. I'm easy to find. Just kind of wander around aimlessly, trying to get foul balls, take them to the concession stand to get a free snow cone. Isn't that how that works? I think that's how that works. All right, we had fun tonight. Want to thank you guys first and foremost. We appreciate Thacker Jewelry for being the presenting sponsor of Diamond Talk again this year. Hopefully, you'll have a reason to go to Thacker Jewelry pretty soon. If you screwed up Valentine's Day, you probably need to go to Thacker Jewelry. Got to say goodbye first to the folks on Twitter and on YouTube. We appreciate you guys. It says in the stream, do we want to? Yes.